Greetings and welcome. I am always fascinated by our capacity to be intuitive, which is actually the reason for this video. And deeper than that is the base of this entire channel. Simply put, to me, being human is about tapping into our intuition. So I have many books, probably own more books than anything else. And I was walking past one of my bookshelves and I noticed that one of them, which is a very small book, was pulled almost all the way out. And I actually noticed it the other day and I thought to myself, like, is that book wider than I remember it being? And then today I got the nudge that, oh, maybe there's something in there for you to take a look at. So I got this book back when I was doing my yoga therapeutics training. This was one of the required readings, which really it's not a reading, but was one of the books that was recommended that we purchase, because part of the curriculum was answering some of the questions in here. And I actually totally forgot that this book existed. The training was in 2014, so you can do the math. It's been a few years. Well, there's this little tab, right? So I'm like, oh, I wonder what happens if I pull the string. And the question is, what do you do when you've exhausted yourself? And there's a box to fill in your answers. Which of those signs will you actually recognize when you're exhausted? Is it okay for others to see you sweat? And it mentions like specific people as questions. Who will alert you when you're so burned out that you can no longer think straight? And I'll just side note here. I took this training right after or during a recovery from adrenal burnout. Who will alert you when you're so burned out that you can no longer think straight? Will you resent them? Will you listen to them? And then, really? Is there any way for you to take time off when you need it? Is there any way for you to take time off should you get sick? And the last question on the page blew my mind. It says, what happens if you have an accident? And my answer is, I'm required to deal with the outcome, which may take me away from my plans or interrupt my progress or ability to enjoy physical activities. And there's so much more, like many more questions. The reason why this was so significant to me today, though, is I completed this training. I healed from adrenal burnout. I decided to leave that job for a job that was more meaningful as a mental health consultant. I went to Egypt, which is actually where I got this dress from. And then I went back to work a few days after returning from my trip. And then 4 days of work happened. And after work, on the 4th day, I got rear-ended on the highway. Oh, what happens if you get in an accident? My entire life for the last 4 years was redirected. That's what happened. I got to experience rest. I got to prioritize my health and my well-being at a very expensive financial cost. And what is so interesting is when I went to Egypt, my intention for being there was to learn about real love. And I have been saving money my whole life since I was a little girl. I've always been really good at keeping and growing money. And then when I became an adult, it was really important for me to become professional and have a career that was able to support all of my needs without having to budget, without having to worry about money. Because I heard a lot about financial stress from my family. And I wanted a different life for myself. So my priority became work. And I remember my ex-husband saying to me when we were splitting up, all you care about is money. And if I receive that comment today, I get it. I get why he saw that. But to me, money was actually the symbol of freedom. And it's so interesting because learning about real love is actually what taught me that I'm worthy of allowing myself to spend the money. And that taking care of myself is the priority. Because if I'm not taking care of myself, how much work is actually happening? And then how am I able to support myself if I'm unwell? How am I showing up? And it's so interesting because at that time when I was in that training, this concept came to me around wellness your way. And the reason why I signed up for the training is because I had been through an experience of adrenal burnout. I was going to different healthcare providers, and people all have their own system and their own formula that you as the client fit into. And I kept feeling in my heart like we are a whole person with our own healing system, our own navigational system that's already there. What if we taught people how to tap into that and activate their own blueprint? Isn't that actual healing? And so I had this deep desire to teach or help or invite people to awaken to their own empowerment in their healing journey and remember the depth of the power that lives inside of them. And so Wellness Your Way, my company, was born from that, because it isn't about going somewhere and having someone fix you, although I have a lot of deep respect for the medical system and it has helped tremendous a number of people, and it definitely serves a very important purpose. My question is, what happens if we shift into the awareness of taking care of ourselves in the first place, prioritizing our wellness, and allowing it to flow from a place of what aligns with us deep within? Not what someone told us on YouTube works. Because I'm sure you can appreciate, you could watch a video and someone swears this is the best thing, and you apply it to your life and you're like, doesn't work. I don't like it. Fill in the blank. What if your intuition is actually guiding you to everything that you need all the time, and you learn how to trust that without the doubt of the thoughts that talk you out of it? Because the first time I noticed the book pulled out on the shelf, I was like, interesting. Because that bookshelf has been there for 4 years now. And I never noticed the book pulled out like that until this week. And I noticed it twice and was like, okay, there's something in there for you. And literally the first page I read caused this whole chain of awareness around some of the lessons that I've been learning on this journey of becoming my true self and awakening to this capacity of being a guide. And I have clients who I support on their journey, and they may be seeing other healthcare providers like a psychotherapist or a counselor or a social worker or a psychologist. They may be receiving medication from a medical doctor. They may also be participating in things like physiotherapy, massage therapy, osteopathy, reflexology. Like there are so many different ways of taking care of our bodies, nutritionists, naturopaths, homeopaths, all this stuff is coming through me right now. And also, there are people like me who believe in the wisdom within you. And I humbly offer that you're here watching this video because it aligns with you, because you know deep inside that this is true for you. And the wisdom within you guided you to this moment of watching this video right now. And when you choose yourself, when you choose to trust and listen, what is possible in your life? When your navigational system has the capacity to clearly communicate with you, and you are able to listen in a way that allows you to receive the messages with clarity, what is possible? And if you want, you could pause the video and go back and answer some of the questions from this book. What if you chose to prioritize your wellness today instead of waiting for an accident to happen, or waiting for yourself to get burnt out, or waiting for someone else to tell you? I believe in you, and I believe in your intuitive ability, and I believe in your capacity of being human. And I believe that you are here because you, deep inside of yourself, have a desire to allow more of that guidance and wisdom in your life. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. I will love if you would subscribe to the channel if it aligns with you. And if you like this video, the YouTube algorithm will send it out to more people. So you may be helping someone else just like you. And if you would like to know when I upload videos, you can click the notification bell and YouTube will send you an alert every time I post. And I do have some upcoming classes or offerings that are being, they will be live sessions on Zoom. If that's something that you would like information about, I'll put my email address below. Send me an email and I'll send you the information about these offerings. They are 3 different offerings on spirituality, healing, and communication. And I also work privately with clients. I offer healing sessions that are really guided sessions that wake up your own capacity to heal. And I invite you into exploration with alchemy. And I also offer private yoga sessions that are therapeutic and focus on breathing, meditation, deep rest, strengthening, whatever it is that you need, we are able to do together. So if any of those things speak to you, I will include a link down below with the offerings that are posted online for a physical location where I offer those sessions, but I also offer them online, and you can register, sign up via my email. And finally, I do also offer card readings with a unique deck that came through me intuitively as part of my journey through a mystery school. And it helps you to get in tune with the feelings, the emotions that you're experiencing, and allowing them to have a clear channel, a clear voice. And I see them as passageways that invite you to specific gateways of consciousness. And they are essentially keys on the path that allow you to open the gate and accept the gifts of the consciousness shift. So if that's something that aligns with you, that's also in the link with a description below for all of my offerings. It is a pleasure and a deep honor to guide you and to witness the brilliance within you. Thank you. Mwah. So much love, and I hope you come back again.